Alright, back in the fish room, we are going to do a how it works on a drip system DIY PVC overflow. Now, this isn't like your other DIY PVC overflows where you're working with some elbows and you have to worry about that. This works more like an overflow box, where inside the tank there's a reservoir where water flows into that, where a siphon tube, there's just that right there, keeps the water level even on both sides by maintaining a siphon. And then on the other side the water fills up and then overflows out of that into either a sump or whatever. This system overflows out into a small line into my yard and takes care of some of my plants. Alright, so what this is, basic PVC. I have a hole drilled on this side, and this side goes inside the aquarium, and that hole is where I want my water level. Water overflows that, goes onto this side, and then while that overflows I have this siphon tube here which connects this side to this side, basically maintaining the water level that's inside the aquarium outside of the aquarium. So this siphon line, this tube that goes back on the ground all the way down to here with leaving a gap so that the siphon maintains, and all the way down to here maintaining a gap, maintains the water level. Probably, I'm guessing it maintains the water level right here, as because this is the highest level that it will overflow out of from this side. Okay, so as the water fills up through that hole, the siphon tube, as the water level rises, flows to the other side, and as this side fills up and it overflows out, and this is a quick disconnect right here, and it overflows out through this into the tubing and out of the aquarium and out of my way. Alright, so that's basically how it works. I have a hole drilled on this elbow up here allowing for the tubing, and then I have a T. You could do 2 T's, you could do 2 elbows. On this one over here I've got 2 elbows, both drilled, same principle, except I have an extra hole drilled there for some air. But yeah, it'd probably be easier to do 2 elbows. This looks a little cleaner inside the aquarium. But that's basically how it works. The siphon tube overflows water onto this side and then out through the outlet. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to prime it and then hook it up and get it running. To prime these, very simple. All we got to do is dip it into the aquarium, and we've got to spin it around a few times. What we're doing is we're creating a vacuum between one side to the other side between that siphon tube with no air. That makes basically what it makes sense to me is it basically attaches, makes one side and the other side one system, and that's how it makes sense in my brain. I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but it seems to make some kind of sense. And we're just going to spin that around a couple times, and what we want is what we have right here, is where this siphon tube is absolutely full of water, no air bubbles whatsoever. They'll probably show up an air bubble or whatnot, but you just want the siphon to maintain its siphon 100% of the time. So we're going to take this out of the water, kind of let that drain a little bit, stick it on the outside of the tank, and lay my towel down. And that's what it looks like right there. So this siphon tube right here is full of water connecting this side, which is only filled up until just about right here, to this side. Alright? Makes sense? I hope so. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take my tubing, put it into my quick disconnect, which make sure it goes all the way in there and to the back, or else it will leak, and that's just a pain. I added two overflows yesterday, and I had a couple of them that leaked, and it was just, I had to come back 10 minutes later to find water on my floor. Not fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of dip this into the water so that we can get some kind of flow. You can see it right there. There it goes, flowing out of the tank. Doesn't flow at a very high rate, just as much as it's overflowing on the inside, but there's the inside of the piece all the way down right there. And I do believe that it's important to have this piece, actually that's how I made all of them, this piece right here needs to be below where you want the tank level. So this can't be above it or below it, or else it's just not going to siphon out. I always put on all of them quite a bit below just to be safe on all of them, all 4 of mine. Alright, so there it is, DIY PVC overflow for a drip system. Like I said, handles similarly to an overflow box, just handles it on a much less flow rate. You're not dealing with, you know, the hundreds of gallons you're dealing with when you're filtering an aquarium. Alright, DIY PVC overflow drip system. Thanks for watching. Hope this makes a little sense to some people. Might not. I don't know if I'm best at explaining it, but there it is. Best way I can do it. Thanks for watching.